been a while since we've done one of these. First things first, yes, I do have a small black eye. I did it pole dancing. We won't go into that. Today, I am taking you with me. I am going to a try show jumping day at Westley Park, and that is with a trainer called Mia Palais Clark. I've known Mia quite a while now. Poor girl. For those that don't know about Mia, Mia is an amazing coach and trainer. She is a UKCC level 4 in show jumping. She is a manager for the international pony teams. She rides a really high level herself. I mean, she doesn't just talk the talk, she walks the walk too. She competes, she's represented the country, she's amazing. One of the things I love about training with Mia is, number one, she is so enthusiastic and supportive. So if you're having a bit of a wobble, and the horse I'm taking, which I will cover in a minute, I think will be perfect for today. And she is brilliant at goal setting. So you might think you've got like the most unreachable goal in the world. You know, you can go to her and say, I really want to do this, and I don't think I'm ever going to achieve it. And Mia will be like, well, let's break it down. Let's turn it into a goal you can achieve. And she is amazing at that. Every time I've had a session with her, it's one of those sessions where it's all very easy to have a good session at the time, and you come away going, oh my God, that was amazing. I achieved loads in that lesson. But then trying to replicate it or take something from that lesson can be quite hard. That's never the case with Mia. You always come away with tricks and tools and things that you can use on your own. She's superb. So yeah, Mia's competed at the highest levels, and one of the things I absolutely adore about her is she is a one horse owner. So she kind of understands the mindset of us amateur riders with our one horses, and how we might feel about how protective we are of them and how we might not want to do certain things. I think she kind of gets that vibe because she doesn't have a yard of horses that she can pick and choose from. You know, she understands about you know, a setback with one horse, how devastating it can feel. She understands about keeping them sound and happy and healthy. I mean, she's had her horse, Mouse, I don't know its proper name, Fortune or something like that, but she's known as Mouse. She's known as Mouse, a mare, so some people will be like, oh my goodness. And she's had her from a really young age and brought her up through the grades, and is now jumping like the big tracks at Hickstead, etc., and representing the country. So yeah, I mean, like I said, she doesn't just talk the talk, she can walk the walk too, which is always the right nice thing. But she kind of walks the walk on a very good level, but almost as like us, as the one horse amateur. So we're going to a new venue today, never been here before. It is one of their try-go show jumping days, which I believe I'm going to have a course walk, be allowed to warm up like I'm at a competition. I'm then going to jump around like I'm at a competition, and then I'll get feedback from Mia on the round how it can be improved, and then I'll get to go back in and do it again, which is just, I mean, a superb thing. And for anyone in the Bury St Edmunds, Suffolk region, I will put the dates up so that you can see when they are. I didn't know which horse to take today, so I put it to my Instagram followers on a poll, and it was pretty obvious who they wanted to see, and I'm really pleased that they chose this one, if I'm honest. Secretly I was kind of hoping they would, and they did. So do you want to know who I'm taking? Do you? I will show you. Is it you, Jazzy? Are you going jumping today? Well, it's not you, because you're about 100 years old. Or is it you? Jazzy, Vince, Jazzy, Vince. Oh, it's you. It's Vince. Vince is going today. It worked out, I think it was 68% of people wanted me to take Vince. So let's brush. I'm here without drama, a little bit of drama. I got lost. I've ended up driving around a house and estate. Oh, it's a really nice place. that was the first round. And I kind of finished it and was like, oh God, that was so shit. You know, that's how I felt. I felt really quite deflated. And Mia did a thing which was like, right, let's keep it really simple, which is the 2 things you think you did really well and the 1 thing that you want to improve on for your next round. So the 2 things that I thought I did really well in that round was, it didn't start great. I came in and I put him on deep strides for about the first 3 or 4, might have even been 4. Because when I get tight, when I get nervous, I kind of do this, and I raise my hands and I fix against him, and I don't allow over the fence, and it kind of kills his natural impulsion and his enthusiasm, if you will. And so he's such a good boy, and he's always going to go, but it means that we struggle to make a distance, and we kind of hit on little half strides. And so that's kind of what we did for the first 4. We weren't in a rhythm. And it was, yeah. But what I thought was really good is I didn't let that dictate the whole course. I pulled it together, basically. I was like, come on, girl. Come on. You're better than this. The horse is better than this. And so I just, I let him travel to the fences a bit more. And then when I did, everything flowed. I think a little bit of it was anxiety about the water tray, which was my second thing that I was really pleased with. I actually rode it really well, I thought. Yeah, I was quite tight going over it because, you know, I didn't want to die. But I actually rode into it. I kept my leg on and I looked ahead and I looked to the double. There was a curving line on 6 strides after it. So I was like thinking about that. And so I didn't sort of ride into the base of it and say, look at that water tray, and get like some horrible jump over it or a stop or anything like that. Not that Vince tends to stop, but yeah, so I was really pleased with that. And then the one thing that I wanted to improve was I wanted to have my rhythm right from the start, and I do think I managed that. I did hit a couple of deep strides, but that's a little bit because he was traveling and I was trying not to be hooky McHook going into them. So that was the first round. So yeah, so that one was the second round that we've just done, and that was after Mia basically. So something that Mia actually did say that I had to do on that second round is, you might notice there's a couple of times, I think it was twice, where he takes a couple of disunited strides in the canter. In the first round, I brought him back to trot and changed his legs. Vince finds changing from left to right, a change from left to right on the flat, a little bit harder, and he tends to change a little bit later behind, which can make him disunited behind. And my temptation is to pull him back to trot and to correct him. And so really there's no incentive for him ever to sharpen up behind and change behind. So, oh, mum will sort it out for me. Mum will sort it out for me, you know this. So Mia was like, this time the Spencers are small enough that, yeah, you might get a couple of strides of disunited stride, but if you just push him through with that hind leg, get him to engage his hind legs and get him back into the true right canter, you know, there's no physical reason for him to go disunited. I've had him checked recently, and you know, there's no problem with him. It literally is, he finds it difficult, and so I've brought him back to trot, and we've done that for a long time. So Mia was just like, what I want you to do is either canter him on the wrong leg or counter canter, or encourage him to change and then just sit and push through those couple of strides of disunited, and she said, and every time you do that, he's going to get sharper and sharper with that change. His right to left change, bosh, 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 he can do that every time. He just needs to translate it in the left to right. He just needs to be a bit more supple for his body, on left to right. So and if you don't do it, if you just shy away from something because it's difficult, because it doesn't feel nice, then it's never going to get better. So, you know, I said right back at the start about how you always come away with something that you feel like you can learn, continue and try. For me, there was a couple of things. There was definitely sharpening up his left to right changes on the flat and canter, and also just being a bit more relaxed from the start. Yeah, quite an important one, that second one, really. It's meant to be fun at the end of the day, isn't it? Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, drop me some comments below. If you've got any ideas of anything you'd like me to cover, if I've shown you this, it's maybe ask some questions about what I do and how I do certain things, then just drop me a message and I'm happy to do some videos. I've got some ones coming up that I'm going to be doing some pole work, which will help improve that canter change that we talked about. So yeah, speak to you all soon.